Hey guys, so let's talk about humility and fake humility in martial arts especially, but it's a general topic. So in the video I will cover humility, arrogance, fake humility, the link between self-confidence and humility, and also the topic of don't call yourself a master or don't call anybody a master for that matter. And so let's start, right? So let's start first with a very good saying. Most people think that humility means, oh, somebody's so humble, he's always like making himself a lot smaller than he actually is. He's like, no, 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 oh, no, 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 don't call me, ba, ba, ba. I don't think that's humility. I think in some cases it is, some cases, but in many cases it's fake humility. And fake humility is actually a form of arrogance. Because that's a good saying. Humility is not to think less of yourself. It's to think of yourself less. So to spend less time thinking about yourself and your status. And the opposite of it, arrogance, is to think you're much more important, much more valuable than other people. And the fake humility that you think you need to make yourself smaller to others, I think that is a form of arrogance. Sometimes a lack of self-confidence, but many times of arrogance. When you are like a medical doctor, let's say, or a black belt in karate, or a martial arts world champion, and you're like, wow, I cannot say that to other people because how would make it them feel? What would they think about me? You're basically thinking that your reality, what is true, is too much for other people to handle. And trust me, it's not, right? Other people can very well handle that there are people who are better educated than them, that have higher ranks than them, that are more successful at competitions, whatever. It will not make you seem arrogant if you tell them that you're a world champion, if you tell them that you're a black belt, that you're a medical doctor, that you're whatever, if it's true, right? The only people who will call you arrogant if you tell them your truth are people who don't like you. If they don't like you beforehand, then you will stink whatever you do, right? And if they do like you, they will appreciate it. It's like it's so sad that I see many tall, like huge genetically gifted men, and then they stand like this to not seem as tall. And I always tell them to stand tall. Like I'm short. I'm like 5'8" something, 173 centimeters. And when I see a big man, it's a friend of mine. It makes me feel good, right? And I tell them, if your mother would see you, if you stand tall, like 2 heads above her, she would be like, my boy is feeling good. And if you're like this, she would not be like, oh, my boy is so humble. She would be like, oh no, my boy is feeling bad, he's sad, whatever. So stand tall, stay true. The most important thing for humility, for humbleness, is the truth. Everything needs to be true. So if you, whatever your status is, you can communicate clearly. It will not be arrogance. The humility in it is to know that whoever you are and whatever your truth is, you are of the same value as anybody else. If you're Muhammad Ali, you are the same value as the waiter. You know the famous story, right? I know that as a black belt, I have the same value as a beginner. No more, no less, the same. If you are rich, you have the same value and same importance for our society as the one who's cleaning the toilets. It's my favorite example because he's very valuable, and if people would stop cleaning our toilets, we would have a shitty problem by tomorrow morning. So they are as important, and you need to accept, and that is true humility, that they can handle your truth. If you tell them that you are whatever, professor of physics, it will not make them feel very small and insignificant. it will make them feel great for you. They will be happy for you. So the true humility is to accept that whatever your truth is, it's of the same value. We're all on the same playing field, on eye level in the value. That's really, really important for me to differentiate between the true humility and the fake humility. And it also includes that if you are a master of martial arts, I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. You can reach a master's degree on a university, right? Then you are a master of science, literally called a master of science. Doesn't mean you're perfect or anything. If you hold that picture that a master of martial arts is being perfect or unbeatable or whatever, you are at risk that if you deep inside think of yourself as a master, you're confusing yourself. You're building up a delusion of yourself, and you just are not, you don't dare to show that to others. You think deep inside, yeah, I'm a master, I'm probably unbeatable, I'd beat that Conor McGregor guy, I'd beat him up if I would be really angry. But you don't want to be called master by others, because you want to seem humble. And that fake humility is arrogance. If you have to reach the title of a master, you're a master. Where's the problem? You're a master of martial arts, he's a master of science, they are a master of cleaning toilets, the other one is a mother working 24/7 for her kids. It's all the same, right? All the same value. And to realize that, that is humility. And I think the self-confidence will lead to humility. Now also there's fake self-confidence, it's not that big, wow, I'm the best. That's arrogance. Self-confidence is knowing who you are. There's a beautiful German word for it, Selbstbewusstsein, which literally means self-awareness. And in English it's another thing, right? But it literally would mean to be aware of who you actually in reality are. So to be aware that you're tall or short or whatever you are, a master or a beginner or a champion or not or whatever, and to realize that this is good as it is and you're the same value as anybody else. That can make you self-confident and humble at the very same time. And yeah, that's a really important thing to differentiate. Fake humility is trying like, yeah, I want to appear smaller, so people will say, oh, Peter is so humble. I don't care much about people calling me humble or not. I care about truth. I'm expressing my truth, what is true to me, what is the actual objective truth, and if you like it or not, that's up to you, right? But I will not make myself smaller nor taller to appear anything that I am not, because I believe to be at the same time self-confident and also humble, and also know that maybe I'm not as humble as I think I am. And he's actually one of my private students, but I'd like to call him a teacher as well, has taught me that, yeah, Peter, that's exactly why you're not arrogant, because you think about it, maybe you are too much of it. And I think that's the truth. Express yourself honestly, your truth, your reality, and know we are of the same value, on the same playing field, whatever you are. That is true humility, and that's how you combine humility and self-confidence. Well, thanks for listening. If you liked it, or if you didn't like it at all, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button somewhere here, I don't know where, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for listening.